Hey there, this is the talk through for the Davis High School band and drum choreography for part one. I'm going to talk through the bigger moments. Lots of it is pretty stock, and you can probably figure out some great choreography to fill in for like the playing and other moments. But I'm going to go through the big moments here to kind of make sure you're on the same page with where my head was at with the design and also give you some ideas. All right. So top of the show, everyone's hidden behind here. Squeeze them up as much as you can. I have them spread out just so you can see the labels and the drill. Um, the drum lines should all be in different poses. They're kind of in the middle of the road as a roadblock, and the first color guard member comes out and kind of gets stopped by the roadblock. He or she has to go around, but that color guard member is also leading the band in. So for the drum line for the entire thing, I think they should just be static and maybe just do individual like out of time twitches with their arms and their head, so they just look like they're obstructing the road. And then at some point they march and they start going backwards as they start playing. But so you don't need to worry too much about them. They shouldn't do much at all. It's really about the color guard coming out and the band reacting to this member. Now for the band, when I get to this set two, this is where they all start individually coming out. The color guard member needs to be pulling them out. So all the band members, all the way through this yellow chunk right here, up to where they start playing at set six, none of this should be in time at all. They should all be out of time, kind of fluidly moving left and right, forwards and back, up and down, level changes, reaching with their arms, then letting their arm go. So just make it all out of time in a character as if they're kind of entranced by this soloist right here in the middle. And that should just, it should just build individually. There shouldn't be anything really unison, and let the color guard members steal all the focus. So all these members here should not be moving in time. They should be moving out of time fluidly, left and right, up and down, with arm reaches, everything going, shooting energy towards this character right here. Okay. Now as they just individually start coming out, coming out, coming out, the color guard, I won't mess with them because they can adjust and choreograph this as much as they need. This is for the band choreography. And when you get to set four, I have a just quick run into pods, do something cool. This is not really anything important, but like when they run in, make it quick, do some sort of suspension, and then let it pull away. Here is where the horns are up. So that's the arrival point. If you need to adjust anything in between, that's flexible if you have a super cool idea with choreography. But I thought I'd add these pods to change the texture up, and then let you do something in a grouping, and then it blows apart quickly into here. Everyone that's in the scatter is still in random poses. Don't go to attention. Even though your horn's up, you can be in a lunge, you can be in a plie, you can be tilting your body left and right. But everyone in the lines, it starts with 3, everyone in the lines should be at attention because they will start marching on the next set right here. So they're marching halftime, and each line adds in every 4 counts to the halftime. So that's every 2 steps in halftime. Until you get to the line, you should continue moving out of time through left and right, but you can be playing, so you're moving through like a chasse, through a lunge, just stepping out of time, tilting your body left and right. So we have different shapings, and then you see the rigid add-on. When you get to the line, you're more at attention, standing tall, and marching the way you march. Okay. Now it builds, it builds, it builds. We get to here. We get to this impact, and it's pretty flexible for band body throughout. There definitely needs to be some involvement because it's a pretty long hold, but I wanted them to focus on playing, so don't do too much there. Now, the next big thing I wanted to talk about is the road and how we pass over the road. At some point, everyone in the ensemble passes over the road because we all end the movement on the other side. We kind of flip sides with the color guard. So as you go over, I thought it'd be cool if everyone does the same exact thing at times when they go over. So when they go over, they take their instrument in a big arcing motion. You see my cursor. If this member starts back here, they would bring the instrument up in an arcing motion and then over. So their instrument goes up to the sky as they run, and then it lowers down and the baritones here could end up like on their knee after their instrument comes down. So you can see the motion here individually as they go. They can take their instrument in a big arcing motion up to the sky individually. You'll see a big kind of cyclone as it goes through if they do this properly. Now that's a technique that I think you can work with everybody on, with taking their instrument up to the sky in a big circle and then down to the ground, or lower, to a point where everyone will know when you pass over the road at any point. That's what you do. So you cut out of the music if you're supposed to be playing. If you're not playing, most of the time when they cross over, they're not playing, so you don't have to worry about that. But have them do that every single grouping. So like right here, when we have some high brass members, when we come together here, 2 of them end up on the road here for this halt. I would say, so these 2 people, as they cross over, they can do the circle, and then these 2 people right here, the people that end up on the road can be doing something different instead of playing. Maybe they're in the pose, maybe they're reaching left and right down the road because they're looking down the road in different directions. But play with different ideas for anyone that's on the road at all times. And then the next idea out of here for the brass is kind of following the leader across the road. So you can do the same exact thing with the instruments. As the high brass cross over, they can bring the instruments up to the sky in like a big circular motion. Their bodies can fold over as they're moving, and then they roll their bodies up, or something along those lines. Now the woodwinds are super flexible here for what they're supposed to do up here. When they hit these pods, they should just literally sprint into the pods and then do some sort of pose ready to play when they get to the dark blue section here at set 22. They do not play in this impact here. So I'd recommend doing something that is going towards the rifles here in this direction right there. Okay. Now going on to the end, this is all pretty stock. When you get to here, there's a drum feature. Do something sequentially towards the drum line. We always want to be throwing focus towards where the musical focus is. So the drum line's the focus here at set 26. So some sort of ripple across the brass here, there, and then they need to be horns up facing front. So maybe it's just a big ripple to turn front with their horns up, if you want to keep it simple. Now the woodwinds cross over, so do the same exact thing. This goes in groups, so as each group runs into the tarp, they can do the instrument up and over and then move slowly out of it. Here's another unison thing, set 30 actually. It's now they have woodwinds all move. So that is entirely focused on woodwinds because that's the only thing moving. So think of something cool here. I think like maybe chasse, turn, land, and then they play. So come out with something that really is interesting as the woodwinds finish crossing the road. That's the whole idea there at the end. And from there it's just drill to the end. There's a little hold here where you can do another ripple, I was imagining. As the tone goes down, maybe ripple down to a knee towards the color guard. So ripple down, ripple 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then they play their last note on the knee. That's a suggestion there. All right, that should be pretty much it. Good luck. Let me know if you have any questions.